Alright, gonna continue with the wood filler, or the body filler. I'm gonna refine and finish the curly Q and then refine all the other parts. We'll get that step done and I'll see you in a sec. Alright, time to square out the bottom curly Q. I'll square it with the X-Acto blade, and then I'm going to take the Dremel and get it out and try to match the top horn's curly Q. Alright, we'll see you in a sec. Alright, just wanted to show you the results. Yeah, it turned out pretty cool. Yeah, when it's painted and all the wood filler and everything seals everything perfect, it's going to look awesome. Yeah, I sealed the necks. I set the necks today and the necks are perfect. I did the one side with the Bondo wood filler. Now I'm going to do this other side and then sand it smooth and then call it for the day. But yeah, that turned out pretty cool. Alright, we'll see you when I get the body filler on there. Alright, done for the day. I just want to show you today's progress. Turned out pretty cool. And finish the curly Q. And we'll continue tomorrow and we'll get the neck, put the both necks on, and then we'll get the bridge holes drilled and then start with the pickup rings and pickup holes and all that good stuff. But yeah, it turned out pretty cool. But there we go. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. Hey, how's everybody doing? Another fine day here in Central Florida. It is beautiful outside. But I'm inside. I'm gonna, alright, it's time to set the necks and get set where the bridge post holes are gonna end up and where they're gonna line up. Like I mentioned before in an earlier video, on the top neck I'm gonna do a stop and tail piece bridge. So it's gonna be two-piece bridge, and then on the bottom bridge I'm just gonna have the wraparound. I'm going to show you exactly the bridge I'm going to use. I'm going to use this bridge right here, which is very similar to the original Cloud guitar. So that's going to be cool. So it's going to have it, make it a little bit different. And I'm going to do both humbucker pickups there and then both single coils. So right now I'm going to line up and pencil where the holes are going to go. And I'll show you that step. And then we're going to drill those holes out. And I'm going to make sure the necks line up and everything like that. And maybe even install the necks just to get everything, screw in the screws and everything. But alright, we'll see you in a sec. Alright, what I got, I drew my lines. For the neck, I lined up my straight edge and I drew my lines. And then I measured correctly from the scale length, and I found out where my lines are going to be. And then I placed the bridge, and then I drew the circles where the posts were. So these are the guides for where I'm gonna drill the holes. And you see how I marked for the bridge and the stop, the stop tail piece there. So yeah, so I'm gonna measure the back holes, and then we're gonna drill them out and then get it going. All right, we'll see you next step. Okay, got all my holes marked. For the bottom bridge and for the top bridge. Now I'm getting ready to drill them out. And what I'm going to use this time, I'm going to use my trusty drill bit there, which is a regular stock drill, and I try to do it perfectly straight up and down as best as I can. So drill press, like I said before, that would be the best thing, but for what I have, this is good. So alright, we'll see you next step. Alright, got all the holes drilled. Looks pretty good. Clean up the holes here. And then I'll set the necks, and then I'll set that, and then we're going to do a string test and see how they line up and everything. Alright, we'll see you in a second. Alright, got the top neck put on, and it's looking good. Make sure it's seated properly. It's not screwed or anything, it's just set in there. And then I got the bridge and everything put in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my string, I'm going to line it up from my bridge, the low E there, to the nut, and make sure it's all in there centered, and I'll be right back. I'll show you. Alright, I'll try to do this one hand, gravity permitting. So what you do is you take your string and then you pull it taut in the bridge saddle there, and try to pull it taut with one hand. If you have two hands, it's a lot easier, but you see how it's all lined up perfectly on this side. That looks about right. Don't keep it up there. Alright, see how when you pull it taut, yeah, it's moving on me, the string. But yeah, you pull it taut on that side, and then once and then you do it on the other side, and then you make sure, and then you can check your string height too this way, and see if you have to alter the bridge at all by shimming it or anything like that. Alright, I'll see you in a second. Alright, well, the way the net's set, so I determined I'm going to use a little bit of a shim, that way I can have a little bit more movement up and down. So what I'll do, and I'll actually take some body filler and fill all of it in, but I'm going to take a thin size pick, and I'm going to put half it here, and that should give it the proper neck angle. Then I'm going to screw in the neck, and then see if that lines up good, and I'll check back with you. Okay, actually on second thought, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do that step just yet, shim the neck, but I will shim the neck, and that's basically how I do it, and that's when I set the post. But I'm going to wait till I have both pieces glued together first. So all I'm doing here, I made sure that the neck is in the proper position, which it is, and I did the string test and just set the neck in there, and I just did the string test on the bridge to make sure that everything was good to go. In these string posts, I'll make sure they're locked in there, and I might even glue these ones in. I'll put some CA glue when everything is said and done. Or I might do some Bondo in there, but yeah. So the bridge is perfectly set as far as the, and then I could alter the pitch when I get these both glued in. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, but anyway, so let me check the next neck and make sure everything's good to go. And the next step will go to figuring out where the pickups are going to be. Alright, so I'll see you next step. Oh, and one last thing, while we got this bridge already connected and I got the bridge and neck on, I want to make sure that I got the correct spacing. So what I do, my straight edge here, and what you do, and I always did, I said this before in the last video, but never assume that you think you know the scale length, because sometimes the neck that you have might not be the exact scale length that you want. So it's better to do an actual physical test. So what I'll do is I'll line it up on the nut here, like right in the center of the nut, and then you find out where it lands. See, I got it right in the center of the nut there. And then you find out where it lands on the back of the 12th fret. And I've already made that dark line there, so that's perfect. So what you'll do is you'll do that same line, try to get as center as possible, and here we go, we're centered. And that looks good. The bridge is intonated right in the center. I move the saddles right to the center, and you can intonate back and forth and adjust. And this is like one of the wider bridges, so the neck there is right on the line, so it's perfect. And I'll check the same thing on the other side, and I'll do it on top here, or you can just do it on this side. It doesn't really matter. But, go to your mark, 13th fret, the dark mark. Sorry, the 12th fret. I mean. And the mark, and boom, we're right on the money. So this should intonate fine. So that's perfect. All right. So now we're gonna move to the bottom neck, and we're gonna make sure that's all good to go. All right, we'll see you in a second. All right, got the bottom neck put in, and just because these are the same exact necks from the same exact, you bought them from the same place. I never assume. I've done that before, to where I've assumed, okay, well it's the same scale length, and then you check it and it's not, and then see, well it is. So we're good. So what we'll do is, like I said before, try to do this one hand. Go on the center of the bottom there, and then it's on the mark there, and then it should line up, bingo, intonated right in the center. And like I said, when you actually go to intonate the guitar, because it could change from the nut, because I'm going to change out both these nuts. I'm going to put bone nuts on these ones, so it's going to be cool. So you go right to the back of the 13th fret there, right in the center, and bingo, we're lined up. So we are good to go. This will intonate just fine. You want to make sure, that's very crucial, that you have the guitar. I'm going to do the string test to make sure that we're lined up here, so I'll see you in a sec. I just completed the string test and we're right in there, right in the center, so we're good to go. So that's basically how it's going to look, the configuration. Thought I'd do it a little bit differently with the bridges because people were talking about it on Facebook suggesting you can do something different, you know, so I have a different neck. So I just made different bridges, and like I said, I'm probably going to tune the top neck to like an E flat or a D, you know, D standard tuning, and this will be standard tuning, just 440. So it'll be pretty cool. Alright, so now we'll put the necks back on and then we'll figure out exactly where we're going to put the pickups, and I'll show you. I've got a mock-up pickup that I'm going to use. I'm going to actually use white EMG 81s on this just to kind of match the body, the color. And then I'm going to order, I've already ordered some single coil dual reel, so it's going to look pretty killer. So it's going to go off on that. I actually considered doing like the bottom neck, just having just the bridge pickup and no single coil, to make it just a little bit different that way, because you know, have a little bit of different variety, and then doing maybe having the both on the top, and then you could always, you know, mix and match there, but not having the single coil. But I'm not sure. I think I might do the single coil just because it'll look uniform that way. But okay, we'll see in a second. Get the pickups and draw out the outline, then we'll take over to the scroll saw and then we'll cut out those, and we'll see in a second. Okay, now I got my mock-up EMG, it's a black one, and I'm going to figure positions and then I'm gonna draw it. So these might be a little different because this one's a little bit thinner as far as the base of it, as far as the girth. So for continuity, I might want to put these a little, you know, so it'll be a little bit further away from this one than it would be closer to that one, just for the visual of it. Have them just exactly in the same spot and have the bridge just a little bit different, but we'll see. Alright, we'll see in a second. Alright, drew out where I'm going to put the necks, or the bridge pickups. And it looks pretty good. Alright, let me break out the mock-up neck pickup and then I'll draw out where that's going to go. Alright, we'll see in a second. Alright, got my mock-up neck pickup. Single coil, and you see how it's shaped like that? I'm gonna do the oblong shape because the one that I ordered from Amazon has the exact same. It's a white version, you know, it's the same pickup, but it's white, like you can see, and but it does have that lip there, so it's gonna need to be oblong shape, which is fine. I mean, I either thought it was either gonna be that, but from my mock-up drawings on the computer here, yeah, see, I had it like that with a single, just without the shape there. But I have seen cloud guitars. Okay, one second, let me see if I can find cloud guitars where that shape. No, that's cymbal guitar. Cloud guitar where the shape is. See that? It's that way. And I've seen cloud guitars where they actually feed it through the back, but I'm not going to be doing that on the cloud guitar. Here, let me research it real quick. Well, I got you here. Prince cloud guitar.
Sorry, I'm not able to help with this one yet.
And that's the easy way of doing that. And I'm going to go to Google here. And I always use the internet as reference, because you never know, and see images of the different varieties of the cloud guitar. And see, actually the one he played in Purple Rain is right there, and it doesn't seem like it has that opening for that particular thing. So, let me see, different varieties, versions of the cloud guitar. Yeah, it seems, here's the original maker, Dave Hassan, and different versions. I might have to bore it out, you know, use the single, the regular shape, but then have to Yeah, you know, I might actually do it like that, like the way he does it. No, but see, it'll take away from the stability of the guitar if I go all the way through. It seems like it's a double neck. So I might just have to go with that shape. Let's see if I can find a picture. Sorry about the long-winded explanation here. Just to try to find a picture of the one where it's oblong shape, and I guess it really doesn't matter. So you can actually buy the body on DH Gate, the actual body of the cloud guitar. It's funny. And I'm going to have to alter my picture here. I'm going to have to go a little further with that, so that'd be cool. But, alright, well, I'll figure out what exactly how I'm going to do it, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, see you in a second. Alright, got them all drawn out where I'm going to cut the holes for the pickups here. Gotta decide something though. See, I'm gonna wire this in. I'm gonna have the three-way selector switch here, tone, and then volume, right? And the three-way selector switch is basically going to be the top neck, middle neck, center neck, and the volume and tone is going to be for both necks. But I want to be able to disable the single coil pickup. These I might chain together, the bottom two. That way, when it's on, it's playing both at all times. The top I want to be able to, for a little bit of a tone variation, to disengage the neck pickup and have a switch. But I'm trying to figure out where to put the switch that's cosmetically going to work. Could put it here. That way down would be both together, up would be just the bridge pickup. And then a lot of people are, probably thinking, why don't I put a three-way selector switch for the bottom, a three-way selector switch for the top, and then a switch that for each, to determine which neck is being played. But, like I've said before, I set these up for my personal preference, and I think it'd be kind of neat to have like a switch there, just a standard switch. I don't have one available. Well, actually one down like on the Kolos guitar. Just have a switch like that. That's just basically just on-off switch, and have that maybe positioned there. Won't look too weird there. And then be able to, when it's on, like I said, it'll leave both pickups. When it's off, it'll just be the EMG active pickup. And I'm thinking, like, both these are going to be passive, and then active. I was thinking that I could go an active EMG. One of the pickups here could be an active single coil EMG. But I think it'll look cool with just the quad rails, because the ones that I bought are very similar to this. And I did modify this, the bass. But I would have to come up to the bottom. But see, I don't want to cut all the way through like on the original guitar and have the access plate on the back of the guitar, because it might decrease the stability with it being a double neck guitar. I don't want to make more holes in the full guitar than I have to, because I don't want any issues with the necks or anything like that. So what I did is I just modified this. And see how I just trimmed off that extra piece, and that should be fine. I'll put plenty of padding underneath there. And the ones I'm ordering are just like that. I ordered rather, that are just like this, but they have the white pickup instead of it being green. But it's going to be the two rail like that. So it's going to look cool with the white EMG pickup and the white quad rail on both. So that'd be cool. So yeah, it's gotta draw out where the holes are going to be for the pedometers, which I have right here. So the pedometer there, volume, tone, and then the three-way toggle switch. So I'm going to figure that out, and then I'll be right back to you. Okay, see you in a second. Alright, how's everybody doing? Okay, figured out where everything's going to go. Yeah, I'm going to put that the on-off switch for the single coil right there. It's basically going to be this switch right here. It's going to be on and off, but it's going to look cool. And I'll mount it, and it's just going to, you won't be able to even really recognize it's even there. So, and then the three-way toggle, the tone, and the main volume. And then, of course, the single coils for both, and then we go. So I'll go ahead and get this set up outside and go get it on the scroll saw and then cut those out and then we'll take it from there. I'll see you next time. Alright, set up outside. Beautiful day in Central Florida. Clear skies. Beautiful paint day. No wind is to be seen, but no, I'm not painting today. Figures. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out all the holes. These ones are going to go all the way through the body, both layers. All these are going to go both layers. Same thing with that one, because I'll probably have to put a access panel just for that, you know, small circular access panel on the back. And then I'm going to put holes and then cut them out on my scroll saw machine. Alright, so we'll see you when I get next step done. Okay. Alright, got all my pilot holes drilled. And now we're getting ready to, I'm going to widen this one. And then we're going to cut out these slots and we'll see you next step. Alright, there's the one single coil cut out. That piece. Alright, time to work on the next one. See you in a sec. Second single coil cut out. Time to work on the humbuckers. Alright. See you in a sec. Humbucker 1 cut out. Heading over to humbucker 2. Alright, all the cuts are made. Alright, so now we're going to work on the wiring configurations. So let me flip it over here and then determine all my wires and then I'll draw it. I'll get back to you in a second. Alright, got the wiring figured out. For the single coils, we're going to go here and we're going to channel there. And then for the switch to activate the single coil, I'm just going to do the one channel here to the switch itself, and then it's just going to need 2 wires, so it doesn't have to be that thick. And then the crossover between the two, all the wires from here will go through there and then meet up here, and where it's going to have the 3-way selector switch, the tone and the volume, and then the input jack, and they're all going to be in this chain, so they're all going to, and then on the back I already configured where the cover is going to be, so I can have an access panel here and then a countersunk piece of single ply, probably white. I'll go with white. I got white, so I can go with white. The 9-volt battery compartment right there, and then a access panel for the single coil, or for the switch there. So that should be that, and we'll see how that goes. So the next step will be to channel it out with the router, but I'll get to you when I get to that step. All right, see you in a second. Alright, just want to catch up. Got everything to the proper sizes. Input jack, stereo input jack, I got it to the proper size. From the, you get from the top and then you route it out. And then the pedometers, the right size. So we make sure that it fits all the way through. Perfect. And then the 3-way selector switch, I know because it's the same size as the post holes. So there we go. Alright, and then I'll flip it over and start boring out the channels. Alright, we'll see you in a sec. Alright, got all the wiring done. Our wiring channeled out. Like I said before, the 2 single coils, I made extra wide grounds for both posts, and then the on-off switch for the single coil for the upper neck, and then the bottom neck channeled out. Alright, so what the plan is now, I'm racing against daylight. I'd like to get to the blue face today. Maybe, I doubt it, but we'll see. For the back, I'm gonna use the skill saw and then channel out for that, channel out for the battery, and then make an opening for the access panel for the selector switch. Alright, we'll see you next step. Alright, got the access opening, and then the 9-volt battery compartment, and it'll fit in there right there. And seeing how this has to be countersunk because it goes through the, I'm gonna have to countersink it on the other piece, so I'm gonna put the other piece underneath, face it out, and then Dremel that low enough so it countersinks. So we'll see you in a sec. Alright, got it traced out. Here's what it looks like. And there's the access. Plenty of access for all the goodies. Let me see if I can show you. This is the one goodie that would be the tricky part because it's the input jack. So there's enough room. You can kind of fish it through, and then bang, bada boom, bada bang, and there should be plenty of room for all the other stuff. On the Prince cymbal guitar, it was a little tight when I was putting in the volume now, but I made sure I got plenty of room for that now. Alright, we'll see you when I Dremel this down. I'm gonna have to Dremel it down about maybe ½ inch or so. Hopefully there's enough room. So, alright, we'll see you in a sec. Alright. The magic of film editing, right? I bored out the, Dremeled out the cavity for the 9-volt, and let me show you. You line the two pieces up, and the 9-volt battery compartment plops right in, so we're good. Alright, so the next step is going to be making back plate covers for the access panel for all the parts, and then for the knob. And I have to decide if I want to do it in white or in black. If I did it in black, I mean, the black is going to be black here. There's going to be black for the neck plates. You know, the neck plates have the back, you know, piece that's black. And I can make this white and white because the on the front the plastics are going to be white, as far as the you know, the EMG pickups are going to be 81s are going to be white, and the single coils are going to be white, and then the pickup rings I'm going to make white. So I might as well just do it white. Yeah, I do have some white material that I have for the Hello Kitty guitar, and that's going to be next. I'm going to be starting on that pretty soon. That's going to be pretty neat because the pick guard's going to have some really cool stuff, and that's going to be a mod, so it's not going to be a, you know, I'm going to use that body from those 3 guitars that I bought, which tomorrow I'm going to be going out to that same place, and I'm going to see what he has. He might have a couple acoustics, but anyway. So what I'll do is I'll get a piece of paper and I'll cut it out, and then I'll transfer it over. But I'll see you on the next step. But we're getting some progress done today. Okay, talk to you soon. Yeah, all right. We're actually losing sunlight. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to the glue face today, but let me show you how I do the back covers, how I come up with the shape. I get a piece of regular loose leaf paper, or, you know, just regular white paper, printer paper, and I press my finger to embed the cavity, and then I can see where the cavity is. And then what I do is, alright, good evening everybody. I just wanted to show a quick video update of the conclusion of today's progress on the double neck Prince Cloud guitar. Got a lot done today, as you can see. It's coming along, it's getting there. I will post all the complete update video clips and everything like that tomorrow. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and I'm just super tired, but I wanted to show you what all I got done today. Pretty much got all the everything, as you can see. Got the wiring, routing done. That's basically what the routing on this one looks like. Just swing it over here. That's the back cover. But yeah, that's pretty cool. 9-volt battery. The volume, tone, 3-way selector switch, the input jack, and the routes for the ground on both, for the posts, single coil, and then this is going to be the on-off switch for the single coil on the upper neck. So that's pretty cool on that. And then show you the back of the guitar. Made the back cover plate and the access panel plate for the switch, and then 9-volt battery. Yeah, I just wanted to show you real quick, just a quick video update. Yeah, like I said, I'll post all the progress video and pictures tomorrow, but I just wanted to give you a quick video update of the Prince Cloud double neck guitar build. And it is looking pretty good, and everything's coming together smooth. Yeah, the top turned out really good. Can't wait to get some primer and some paint. And I'll do the wood filler and everything like that and make it perfect as usual. I'll go through the ugly face, but just a quick video update. Alright, we'll see y'all tomorrow, and I hope everybody has a good night. Talk to you soon.